Hey, welcome to Geeky Faucets. Today we're talking about The Simpsons.
I was never allowed to really watch Simpsons.
You weren't?
As a kid, not that I can recall. I don't remember like sitting down and looking forward to watching. We watched Married with Children, which I'm not sure is any better than The Simpsons. But
I also was not allowed to watch The Simpsons when I was a kid. And I think something about The Simpsons, because I vividly remember The Simpsons coming out. I mean, it was a huge deal when we were young.
I don't even vividly remember.
Well, I vividly remember, and I remember this Christmas special and seeing the ads for it and stuff, and my parents just being like appalled because it was like, oh, this is. But I think the thing that it was not, like you said, Married with Children was just as bad, if not worse. But like, I think the fact that it was the first cartoon that was not made for kids. Mm-hmm. And so people were like,
should we watch it?
This is a cartoon.
What is the deal here?
Like, this is a cartoon, and it's obviously geared towards children because it's animated.
Right.
And like, they're putting all this bad stuff in it.
It's like, it was totally pushing all of like the boundaries of, any time that it's been around forever. Yeah. But it's always pushed the envelope, pushed the boundaries, and had things in there that weren't always PC, which is scary. You know what I mean? Like, that's... I mean, you never know what they're going to say.
The creators.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think it has been going now, I believe, 26 seasons. So well long. Over 500 episodes. It might be in 600 no, maybe 500 plus, many, many episodes. So that, I mean, we were just discussing this before we started filming. It's like, that's so many ideas. So many ideas. Wouldn't you run out of... I mean, how many guest stars have they had on there? I bet. Like
probably everybody.
Bazillion. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, like so many. And I think it's interesting too, because I remember when it first started, like they definitely geared the show towards Bart being the star. Mm-hmm. Like it was all sort of, Bart was the central piece that everything else worked around.
It's definitely shifted. It's more like Homer-centric now. You see everything
totally Homer-centric. Yeah. Like, I think they realized, like, a few seasons in, like, this is the real money right here. This is where the humor is.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
which is kind of true. He's kind of funny.
Oh, he's great. I actually am a huge fan of The Simpsons. I don't get to watch it very often because, well, I don't get TV channels for one thing.
We have to find it on Netflix or elsewhere, and I don't think The Simpsons are on Netflix.
I know, sadly no.
Yeah.
So I love The Simpsons though. I've always been a huge fan, and of course there's Hank Azaria is one of the voice actors that is on The Simpsons, who I adore, and he can do like so many freaking voices. It's great. He does Mo, the bartender. He does the chief of police guy. Oh, he does Abu, or whatever the guy's name is that runs the Quickie Mart. And he does who else does he do? Like he does like tons of characters on The Simpsons. Like
I would like to be that versatile.
Budget go-to voice guy. Yeah. Also, as a side note, I just watched, this is on Netflix right now, I just watched a documentary called I Know That Voice. And if you were like me, I don't know if there are very many people like me, but if you are like me and that you love voice actors and think like the whole voice industry is kind of amazing and like
don't
fantastic.
Mind her. Yes. Let her go for a minute.
You should check out this documentary. I think John DiMaggio, is the one that put it together, and he's Jake the Dog on Adventure Time. And he's Bender
live
in Futurama, and he's hilarious and brilliant and amazing.
Really funny.
And yeah,
I think my favorite thing about voice actors is the fact that they'll just break out in random weird voices sometimes. And you're like, where did that come from? And it's the funniest thing ever.
I know. And I'm glad you like that since you hang out with me.
Well, I don't have a choice. No, but really, like, when you're sitting there watching these guys on a panel and they start talking in the voice that you recognize, you're like,
I know, it's really weird.
It'd be fun to sit with,
because like all Billy West, I think was the other guy, and he did Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so that was really funny too, because all of a sudden, like Stimpy would start talking, and you're like,
oh my god, I know who you are.
So weird. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it'd be fun to listen to the Simpsons people talk, because I'm sure they're so entrenched in their voices.
Well, and you know that Bart Simpson's done by a woman.
Yes.
Which
when
is
I found that out, I'm like,
I know. And so she's on this documentary too. I think her name's Nancy Cartwright. Am I making that up? Anyway, it's such a good show. I mean, like, it's really, really fascinating. And there's definitely some Simpsons voice actors in there that you can watch.
So how many of you have watched like all the Simpsons? Do you love the Simpsons? Hate the Simpsons? Neutral about the Simpsons? I'm probably in the neutral category. I
love them, but I haven't watched them as much. Man, the sun is crazy today. It's our lighting is weird because of the sunshine. But like I haven't watched as much as I want because of my life and what's happened and having small children, because it's not really a kid's show. So, but I do.
I'm just curious to know how many people.
Much.
I mean, how many people are still excited about it?
They're actually about to do a crossover with Family Guy.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm like, how can you be going that long? It's amazing. Well, I was telling Christine, like, it's the beauty, that is part of the beauty of animation. Is because,
you
like,
go.
For 26 seasons, like, how much older would your actors be? But, like, Bart's timeless.
Right. None of them have aged.
They haven't. They look
None of them.
So
Maggie
good.
Still doesn't talk. Still just sucks on her little passy.
That's crazy. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and make sure you chime in and let us know how you feel about The Simpsons, and find us on Facebook and Twitter, and yeah, we'll see you next time.